Alright guys, so yesterday we were working on coming up with a theme for American Born Chinese. Today we are going to be coming up with themes for our own embedded assessment. So what you will be filling out today is a plot diagram that looks a little bit like this. It's going to be due by the end of the period. The folder is up on the board, okay? But basically what's going to happen is you're going to come up with a theme. The theme I came up with my first period class is, when you help others, you will be rewarded. Kindness begets more kindness, right? It's not the strongest of themes, but it'll work for this occasion, okay? So over here, we have our exposition. Our protagonist, let me change the screen. Our protagonist, his name is Super Cooper. He's a superhero. Our antagonist is Steve the boyfriend, right? The setting is modern day, and the place is Metropolis. Our external conflict, and we haven't really talked about internal or external, just write down the conflict, is that Cooper doesn't like Steve, but Steve is his best friend's boyfriend, okay? So let's start. First, Steve gets bitten by a mutant duck, and he learns how to fly. That's technically part of the exposition, all right? But because he learns how to fly, he starts playing with his powers. When he plays with his powers, he gets a little reckless and gets hurt by an airplane. So when he gets hurt by the airplane, someone named Iris saves him and takes him to a hospital. Okay? Later, Cooper finds Iris getting mugged and saves her. So you're seeing, right? When you help others, you will be rewarded. Iris helped Cooper, and Cooper rewarded her by saving her, right? So, Iris takes him to dinner as thanks and introduces Steve, her boyfriend, to Cooper. Cooper does not really like Steve. So, as Cooper gets closer to Iris, he really starts liking her company and they become really good friends. But Steve is kind of an issue. Cooper just does not like him. So, at one point, Steve needs help, and Cooper does not help him. Steve gets hurt really, really bad, and Iris blames Cooper. And as a result, Cooper feels really, really guilty, right? Because Iris doesn't want to hang out with Cooper anymore. So we're seeing, right? He's being punished now because he did not help Steve. He was not rewarded. He was punished, right? So are you seeing how these things are all supporting my theme? So the climax of the story is that Iris and Steve need to go and get a promotion at their jobs, but the traffic is so bad that they'll be late. Cooper sees them on his way to work and flies them to their meeting, right? That's our climax. Well, that's, the climax is Steve, Iris and Steve go to work, but the falling action starts when Cooper sees them and tries to help them. Eventually, Iris and Steve do get promoted because they make it to the meeting on time. So Iris is really grateful to Cooper, and Iris and Steve kind of want him back in their lives. So, as a result, Cooper gets his best friend back, and he meets a new friend, who is, Steve, right? They all have lunch at a restaurant and have a good time. That is our epilogue, right? So once again, at the very end, right, we see that when Cooper helps, he is rewarded, right? He gets his best friend back. Does that make sense to you guys? So what you guys are going to be doing is you are going to be filling out one of these, only it'll be blank. It's going to be for your Embedded Assessment 2.1, all right? Sorry for the shaky camera. When you guys are done, there's going to be a folder up in front. That's where you guys should be turning in your plot diagram. If you have not already made character profiles for your embedded assessment, I really need you to start doing that, all right? You guys need to do their goals, their personality, and their backstory, okay? And I need 2 characters for that, all right? So if you did not have that, or if you forgot that at home yesterday, please make sure to turn that in as well, okay? Thank you. Have a great day, you guys.